Play. It's a busy day on the island of Sodor. Let's visit one of the engines. Which engine is feeling sad? Thomas. Ed. That's right. It's Gordon. Gordon is unhappy because his boiler is broken and he can't be really useful. Victor moves Gordon to the front of the repair line so that he can be fixed quickly. How does Gordon feel after Victor moves him to the front of the repair line? Very happy. That's right. Gordon feels very happy after Victor moves him to the front of the repair line. Later that day, Gordon is proud to be given the special to move the Lion of Sodor to the Duke and Duchess's summer house. Sir Topham Hatt asks Gordon to share the special with Ferdinand, who is being rewarded for being really useful. How does Gordon feel after Sir Topham Hatt asks him to share? Gordon is yes. Gordon feels angry after Sir Topham Hatt asks him to share the special with Ferdinand. Sometime later, Gordon is embarrassed that the waste dump has become a mess while he is in charge. Scruff helps Gordon clear the tracks and make the waste dump neat and tidy again. How does Gordon feel after Scruff helps him make the waste dump? Yes! Gordon is happy after Scruff helps him make the waste dump neat and tidy again. A lot has happened today. Now it's time for Gordon to go to... Good night, Gordon. Play again. It's another busy day on the island of Sodor. Let's see how one of the engines is doing today. Choose the engine that is feeling excited. Yes, it's James. James is excited that Thomas is coming to play hide and seek with him. Thomas is very busy working at Brendam Docks and has forgotten to go play with James. How does James feel after Thomas forgets to go play with him? Happy. James is not. James is not embarrassed. How does James feel after Thomas forgets to... Embarrassed. Yes. James feels sad after Thomas forgets to go play with him. Later that day, James is happy that he's taking a load of children to the picnic. A cork pops out of a lemonade bottle on Thomas's passing special and hits James. How does James feel after a cork from a lemonade bottle hits him? Surprise. Yes. James feels surprised after a cork from a lemonade bottle hits him. Sometime later, James is unhappy that he's covered in mud. Flynn uses his water cannons to wash the mud from James. How does James feel after Flynn uses his water cannons to... Yes! James is very happy after Flynn uses his water cannons to wash the mud from James. It's the end of a long day, and James has been really useful. Now it's time for James to go to... Good night, James. Play it. It's another busy day on the island of Sodor. Let's see how one of the engines is doing today. Which engine is feeling excited? That's right. It's Thomas. Thomas is excited that there will be a party for his friend Hero, who is making a return visit to Sodor. Thomas forgets to invite the other engines to Hero's party because he's too busy looking for a present. How does Thomas feel after he forgets to invite the other? Thomas is not. That's right. Thomas is embarrassed after he forgets to invite the other engines to Hero's party. Sometime later, Thomas is worried when the giant balloon that he's taking to the fair for Mr. Bubbles floats away. Thomas delivers a new giant balloon just in time for Mr. Bubbles' show. How does Thomas feel after he delivers a new giant balloon just in time for Mr. Bubble's show. Very happy. Very happy. Thomas feels very happy after he delivers a new giant balloon just in time for Mr. Bubble's show. Later that day, Thomas is feeling sad. Charlie tells him a joke. How does Thomas feel after Charlie tells him a joke? Happy. That's right. Thomas feels happy after Charlie tells him a joke. A lot has happened today. Now it's time for Thomas to go to sleep. Click on Tom. Good night, Thomas. Play it. It's another busy day on the island of Sodor. Let's see how one of the engines is doing today. Which engine is feeling sad? James is feeling, that's right, it's Edward. Edward is worried that he doesn't know how to be a hero and thinks that he must be strong, fast and stern, like Gordon. Sir Topham Hatt tells Edward that being kind, gentle and funny is what makes him a hero. How does Edward feel after Sir Topham Hatt tells him that being kind, gentle and funny is... That's right! Edward feels very happy after Sir Topham Hatt tells him that being kind, gentle and funny is what makes him a hero. Sometime later, Edward is happy that he's been given a special by Sir Topham Hatt. Later, when Edward chooses to complete his special rather than play with Charlie, Charlie says that Edward is too old to be a fun engine. How does Edward feel after Charlie says that Edward is too old to be a fun engine? Edward is not very happy. Yes! Edward feels sad after Charlie says that Edward is too old to be a fun engine. Later that day, Edward is surprised to see that Sir Topham Hatt has a moustache and wants to play hide and seek with the children. Later, Edward learns that the man with the moustache is Sir Loam Hatt, Sir Topham Hatt's brother, who's come for a visit. How does Edward feel after Edward learns that the man with a moustache... Yes! Edward feels happy after Edward learns that the man with a moustache is Sir Topham Hatt's brother. It's the end of a long day. And good night, Edward. Play a... It's another busy day on the island of Sodor. Let's visit one of the engines. Which engine is feeling happy? Yes, it's Toby. Toby is happily enjoying the quiet corner of Sodor Island. Belle suddenly arrives, ringing her bell and spraying water from her cannons up into the air. How does Toby feel after Belle suddenly arrives, ringing her bell, and Toby is not very happy. Surprised. Yes. Toby feels surprised after Belle suddenly arrives, ringing her bell and spraying water. Sometime later, Toby is embarrassed when he is fitted with a loud whistle while his bell is being repaired. When the tracks are blocked by a fallen tree, Toby blows his new whistle to warn Gordon to stop. How does Toby feel after he is able to warn Gordon about the blocked tracks using his new whistle? Very happy. That's right. Toby feels very happy after he is able to warn Gordon about the blocked tracks using his new whistle. Later that day, Toby is worried about going through the scary whistling woods. James and Thomas offer to go with him to keep him company. How does Toby feel after James and Thomas offer? That's right! Toby feels happy after James and Thomas offer to go with him to keep him company. A lot. Good night, Toby. Play a... It's another busy day on the island of Sodor. Let's see how one of the engines is doing today. Choose the engine that is feeling worried.